Good morning, Dr. Andrianova. Hopefully, you are doing fine. Happy New Year 2024. And thanks for giving me the chance to talk to you. I'll talk about the outline of my paper, what I did, and how I wrote, what steps I followed. I will share my ideas very briefly here. So, what I did, I focused on the seven animals from the text or non human animals from the text. So, I chose those animals because they are always exhibited on the robot zoos in different parts of the country. Also, after my investigation, I find out that some of them are also used in other countries, which I also mentioned in my paper. So for that reason, I chose these specific seven animals. I wanted to work on eight animals, but I thought that seven is enough. I I just lost my breath, or I was on my last leg. So what I did, I first I discussed the book. I summarized the text because some of the criticism that I received that I didn't focus too much on the text. For that reason, I decided to briefly discuss all the animals, which you may disagree with, but that's what I did. Then I wrote about the giraffe. I gleaned some information from the text. Then I decided to look at the context, uh, robot giraffe how the robot giraffe is contextually analyzed, how it is exhibited, and how scientists and researchers are exploring the impact of the robot zoo animals on innovation, education, and many other sectors, how they are bringing back extinct animals through the rhetoric of robot zoo, the robot zoo, as the robot giraffe, things like that. Then I talked about platypus in both the sections. What I focused on that the platypus, the number of platypus is extinct, and the number of robots, the number of giraffes is also extinct. So they are almost extinct animals, so we have to preserve them, and their scientists have been thinking of ways to preserving these animals, and robot zoos are one of the ways of creating values, or imparting entertainment, or also making people aware of the plights and sufferings faced by these beautiful creatures. So that's where my focus was. And then I talked about the robot fly, how the robot fly is used in different scientific innovations. I also talk about chameleon, how the different colors of chameleon are used by scientists, and I had to explore different scientists, different science articles. I had to, even it was difficult, I'm not a science student, still I could dig out some important themes or meanings from those articles. And then I worked on grasshopper, yeah, grasshopper, robot bat, and rhinoceros. Like why the rhinos, how see, look at the rhinos all over the world. The rhinos are losing their numbers, and people are hankering after their horns. And so how they are being used as a commodity. And I tried to discuss how the robot zoo rhino, or the robot rhinos, could could be used for imparting more information, and and educating people about the plights of the rhinoceros and things like that. And my last conclusion was that, yeah, we in America, it is used, the robot zoos. We do see the prevalence of the robot zoos, but I feel that the number is not big enough. If we can create more awareness, if we can set up alternative narratives of creating more establishment of the robot zoos, and how they can impact the world, and how they can create more awareness, how they can educate and entertain, and how it could be a fun way of interacting with non-human animals, something that we can think about. And I try to propose this idea. See, temporarily you might think that the budget is high, but over the period you will see, you will bear the fruits of looking after these robot zoo animals. Because see, you just need to update the technology. You just need to fix some things. Otherwise, the robot machines, they do not get destroyed. They remain, the software remain updated, and that's how we can continue to proliferate the numbers of the robot zoo animals, and we can do that all over the world. And that is something I would like to initiate even back in my country, because I feel that it is something people need to talk more about. And that is where my rhetorical concern was, that see, artificial intelligence is not always about the destruction of the world. That's what many mainstream media outlets might highlight. But I try to say that with the use of artificial intelligence and with the use of the robot zoo animals, we can create, even we can uh, show the positive sides of using technology, which we also find in Donna Haraway's paper, the Cyborg Manifesto. So it's an unedited video. I hope you will like my video, and if you have comments, feel free to email, and I will look forward to your feedback. And so wish you all the best. Again, happy new year, and looking forward to meeting you in topics in British literature. Have a good one. Take care.